unfolded.
But first, a Dallas Cowboy cut from the team minutes before their first practice. The Cowboys cut receiver Lucky Whitehead for disciplinary reasons.
Tonight, the Cowboys tell us why. Bill Jones live from Oxnard, where the Cowboys just wrapped up their first day of camp about 90 minutes ago. Bill?
Yes, the Lucky Whitehead saga continues to take several twists and turns throughout this day, starting during this morning's team walkthrough with reports that Whitehead had been arrested last month on a shoplifting charge in Virginia. As Whitehead was ushered away from the media after that practice, he claimed he knew nothing about what was going on, but by 1:30, the Cowboys decided to cut Whitehead, even though his agent says he has proof Lucky was not in Virginia when the shoplifting incident occurred. Agent David Rich told me, quote, "No one asked the million-dollar question, were you there?" But that alibi didn't matter to the Cowboys.
We've given Lucky a lot of different chances along the way, going back to last year, and I think just decided it was time to go in a different direction.
We evaluated the particular situation, how it was handled afterwards by the player, and then we put that in the context of his career with us. And we've had some different incidents with Lucky, and he just hasn't responded the right way to the environment and the structure that we put in place.
So what do Lucky Whitehead's teammates think of his release today? We hear from them and more on the Cowboys' first practice coming up later in sports. Welcome to tonight's episode of The Young and the Restless Cowboys, the Lucky Whitehead saga. Cut just before the first practice today after the Cowboys learned of a Virginia shoplifting incident last month. Lucky said he knew nothing about the incident when he was ushered away from the media coming off the practice field this morning. His agent, David Rich, says the arrest is a case of mistaken identity, telling me Lucky wasn't even in Virginia at the time of the incident, but the Cowboys decide to move on anyway.
We evaluate the particular situation, how it was handled by the player after the incident, and we evaluate the body of work. And when you have someone in your program, in this environment, in this structure, and they don't grow and develop and they make the same mistakes over and over again, it's time to move on.
Unfortunately, that's kind of been the situation there with him. And hopefully he'll learn from this, and hopefully he'll get another opportunity, and he'll know there's a better way to do things.
I'm pretty sure he tried to, fulfill Coach Garrett's needs as much as he possibly could, but you got to understand, the bigger picture. This team is bigger than one person, and, you got to have yourself in check. You got to have your priorities in check.
How about Des Bryant there showing some real leadership and maturity? And speaking of that, as the Cowboys kicked off their first practice this afternoon, all eyes on the quarterback, Dak Prescott, as he enters his second training camp, but his first as the starting quarterback of this team. Nothing but praise for the league's Rookie of the Year, who believes this Cowboys team can improve on last year's 13-3 season.
And we're saying everything that I say, people are listening to. Everything I do, they're watching. Not just you guys, but my teammates, the coaches as well. But that's fun to me. That's something that I embrace. I want that.
His maturity, the way he's attacked this offseason, I continue to say it. He checks every box.
I have to be my best at all times, and it's something that I take pride in.
Coming up, more coverage from Cowboys camp here in Oxnard. Jerry Jones has a message for the New York Football Giants. Tonight's postcard from camp. From the opening ceremony this afternoon, the mayor of Oxnard presented Jerry Jones with a street sign. Cowboys Way, road to the Super Bowl starts here. Dak Prescott recently said the Cowboys will win the NFC East again, something that New York Giant Landon Collins scoffed at. But today, Jerry had his say to the fans in Oxnard.
I'm about as excited about what this team can accomplish this year as I've ever been in the 29 years we've been with the Dallas Cowboys. Now, this has the making of the right stuff out here. Y'all come out here and watch practice and help us figure out which ones are going to beat the New York Giants when we open up opening day. Thank you, guys.
More Cowboys coverage on CBSDFW.com, and CBS 11 News continues in a moment.